How's it going, guys? Benny Childs, founder of the Teach Me to Fish Effects trading community. And in this video, I am back with another supply and demand Forex forecast. And this is for the week of Sunday, April 17th, 2022. And to all of my Christians and everyone who recognizes Resurrection Sunday, happy Resurrection Sunday to you guys. If you're not a subscriber, guys, do me the huge favor of subscribing to the channel and becoming a part of the Teach Me the Fish Effects trading community. All right, I really appreciate it, guys. All right, let's go ahead and get into the video for this week. We have had pretty good moves. I kind of spoke briefly about a $20 account flip that I had started this week, and we're at about $81 so far within the week. So we have 4x'd, if you will, our investment, and just want to see how far we go. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm not going to do any short-term institutional biases in this video, but we'll just read what the charts are showing us. All right, so here on the Dixie, guys, hopefully you guys can see this, but here is our institutional distribution zone, which was pierced through here this past week. So it is now making this particular zone null and void. So we're going to go ahead and throw that out. And then we also have these 4-hour supply zones that were violated. Okay, so we're going to throw these out. And so now what do we have? Okay, and you guys know I like to mark up the unmitigated zones. So we do have 4-hour supply here. I'm not sure what this is, and I believe, yes, we have an unmitigated institutional distribution zone up here. Now, that does not mean that we don't have zones in between current price and there. There are still zones that are there. Some zones have been taken out. Others, well, I'll say it like this. I only chart unmitigated zones, okay, because those are the higher probable trades for us to take. But there are still mitigated zones there that can still affect price, okay? And in that case, I typically trade my transitional trading style, is what I call it, okay? All right, so we do have 4-hour supply up here, as well as an institutional distribution zone that have not been mitigated. Currently, the dollar index is on an uptrend. How do we know that? Because we have had the creation of 4-hour. It doesn't necessarily have to be 4-hour, but I chart on the 4-hour for you guys. But we've had the creation of 4-hour demand that has pretty much been respected and have yet to come back to be mitigated. So it's a high probability with the breaking of this 4-hour supply, as well as the breaking of the institutional distribution, that we will see a correction. High probability. So what would I be looking for, guys, is simply for price to come back into any of these demand zones, filling in gaps, taking out liquidity, maybe even possibly coming back to this unmitigated institutional accumulation zone, and then maybe catching price to go up. If not, then I will be looking for the creation of transitional zones to take the Dixie higher. Okay, so we are currently on an uptrend. Again, we've taken out institutional distribution, looking for some type of correction. Hopefully, it's a major correction that will allow us to trade back into. Okay, we can also trade back into these 4-hour demand zones, and then possibly looking to long these somewhere. Okay. All right, let's take a look at Aussie USD. All right, Aussie USD, I see that we have had the violation of this institutional distribution, which is the 0.74642 distribution, as well as we've had this 4-hour taken out, and we see the manipulation where that was taken out and then it pushed back, talking about price. Then that 4-hour was taken out. This institutional distribution has been taken out. Make sure that was, yeah, I just had it on it twice. So this distribution has been taken out. What do we have left? Okay, we have, and I'm going to draw it from here. We have 4-hour supply that has been created and respected. Prices created these 4-hour supply zones and have respected them. Again, just drawing in the unmitigated zones. Yep, that one's still unmitigated. Okay. We have price currently sitting in 4-hour distribution. Okay, 4-hour demand. And I think price will continue into this accumulation zone here, possibly coming to our equilibrium, filling in gaps here, maybe even coming all the way down to this 4-hour before turning around. We do have a 4-hour, we do have a 4-hour transitional supply right here. Okay, so price is just kind of is sitting below this 4-hour transitional supply and sitting inside of this 4-hour demand. Like I said, we do have a accumulation area with liquidity. Liquidity was taken out here. We have liquidity there. Gaps here that can be filled. We have a zone just below the equilibrium here. So I would say, as well as, let's do it like this. This 4-hour demand that was taken out. Okay. You see it was created, pierced through, and then eventually actually broken with the candle close. Okay. So I would say that we are on a downtrend, and we'll be looking for sales. I'll be looking for price to either just give us a quick reaction off of this zone here before heading down, or possibly seeing price come here before heading down. We don't actually have gap per se, but we do have candle imbalance right here. So it's very possible, and we do have a gap up here. So it's very possible that, hey, we could get a full retracement. Again, I haven't determined the short-term institutional bias, so but we definitely have reason to come up. But again, we'll simply just wait. My bias is a downtrend. We've again had the creation of 4-hour supply that was respected. We've had 4-hour demand that was violated. So I think that this market is going to continue down at least into this institutional accumulation zone. Okay, so I'll be looking to take AUD USD short, but of course waiting on confirmation. Pound USD. Let's take a look at pound USD. Pound USD. I forgot that banks recognize Good Friday, and so I jumped into pound USD without really checking a whole lot. I was definitely in a sell. I popped in and the spread was like 19 pips. I'm like, what is going on? I could not figure out what in the world was going on until I remember, oh, Good Friday, banks, bank holiday. So I jumped out, but price ended consolidating, but heading down. But it's all good. So what do we have right now? Let's do this. Price is currently in a downtrend. We've had the creation and respecting of 4-hour demand as well as institutional distribution. We've had a nice bounce off of this 4-hour demand, which is sitting inside of institutional accumulation. The respecting of this 4-hour demand as well as this 1-hour demand. I'm going to take that off of there. But the respecting of this 4-hour demand, leaving behind more 4-hour demand here. So I mean, personally, yeah, I'll be looking for sales on this, depending. I mean, because we've already kind of tapped in and mitigated this zone here. We've broken a high, we've broken 2 highs, but we've had the respecting of this 4-hour demand. Institutional distribution has been tapped into. We do have another 4-hour demand zone that I would draw here. So if we are going to be on the uptrend, I would suspect for maybe price to possibly come clear this demand and go into the equilibrium of the institutional accumulation and then head up. But again, guys, we are on a downtrend currently for pound USD. All right, currently on a downtrend for pound USD, tapped into this institutional distribution. And I'm just kind of talking this out. So looks like price is gonna continue to come back down, guys. It tapped here and it really didn't go anywhere. Okay, so if anything, guys, maybe we might catch this scenario. Price comes up, hits us in with this supply, and we can trade it down, possibly to the equilibrium of the institutional accumulation, and just kind of see where price goes. So I'll be looking for shorts on pound USD. All right, USD CAD. Let's move right along, guys. I don't want to take up your whole day. But let's talk through this. So USD CAD, immediately taking a look at this, I see this gap has been filled. This 4-hour supply has been violated. All right, this one has still been respected. Let me throw that back on there. Yeah, it was violated way there. Okay, let's see if we had any mitigation. So that's already been mitigated. This 4-hour demand has not yet been mitigated. Price violated that 4-hour demand, respected this 4-hour demand, which is sitting on top of institutional accumulation. We've had like this high was broken. I know you guys see highs, but I see zones. Okay, so I'm looking at the fact that this 4-hour supply was broken and then eventually came back and tested as a flip zone. Where are my flip zones? Or breaker here, I think is that one. No. Breaker supply. Oh, it's still wrong. But anyway, so it came back and it was tested as a flip zone, created this 4-hour demand. So this 4-hour supply has already been mitigated. So I'm going to take that out. I mean, it hasn't been violated, but it's just been mitigated with the creation of this zone right here that looks like it was mitigated as well. Yeah. So I'm going to be looking, I would be looking to take some buys on USD CAD. Maybe we'll get a pullback into this 4-hour demand and be able to take this up through this supply and possibly into this institutional distribution, which certainly has some targets for us as far as some gaps as well as 4-hour supply. So yeah, I'll be looking to take USD CAD long. All right, as long as, of course, guys, we get that confirmation. All right, moving right along to Euro USD. All right, what do we have here on Euro USD? Immediately, what pops out to me, guys, is that this institutional accumulation did not hold up. I mean, it held. It held. It fought. It definitely fought. All right, we definitely didn't see just a straight push through it, but it came in and price just kind of chopped around a bit before violating it, possibly even creating another. But price has violated that. We've had the creation of unmitigated 4-hour supply. Got that one. Let's see. Yep, these is pretty much have been mitigated except for this one here. Okay. All right, 4-hour supply. We've had 4-hour demand that was created right here and pushed through. So I'll be looking to sell this, guys. Hopefully, possibly we can get this type of setup where it will come back up into this 4-hour supply, and then we can take that going down. All right. Let's see here. USD JPY. All right, man. Just some really good moves here in the market, guys. With the taking out of these institutional, these institutional accumulation and distribution zones. All right, so this institutional distribution zone was taken out. 4-hour supply taken out. Okay, 4-hour supply taken out. 4-hour demand, all right, taken out and manipulated. So let's see, we have unmitigated 4-hour demand, unmitigated 4-hour demand, unmitigated 4-hour demand, small one, but unmitigated 4-hour demand. All right, so USD JPY is currently on an uptrend. All right, so I'll be looking for a pullback to any of these 4-hour demand zones. All right, and then looking to take it up higher. Let's draw in. Let's go ahead and draw in these gaps for you guys, because eventually these will definitely become targets or magnets, if you will. And I'm just doing just the most extreme. That's all. We don't have to throw them all on here. All right. So yeah, guys. Again, me personally, again, I'll be looking for price to come back and trade these up, possibly, into these 4-hour unmitigated supply. Do I have more up here? All right, I probably just gotta mark some up. So now we could see where 4-hour supply price go ahead and goes up into 4-hour supply and comes down and just wipes all of this out until we get back to these institutional accumulation zones. All right, so we definitely could see that, but currently right now we're on an uptrend, and until we get a 4-hour demand zone taken out, then I would be, until then I'll be looking to take this long. But we get some 4-hour demand taken out, then I'll be looking at to start to take these short, taking profit at these different target areas, imbalance, as well as the other demand zones. So just curious, let me see, do we have unmitigated institutional? Nope. I thought I charted it. I guess I didn't chart it, guys. The institutional distribution, but okay. Then we'll just play out the 4-hour zones. All right. So so USD JPY, all right, USD Swiss. So we've had gap fill, take that off. 4-hour supply violation. Okay. We've already had, let's see, we've had one mitigation, okay, of this institutional distribution. Here's the second mitigation. All right. Maybe, just maybe, this will be a really, really strong distribution zone, and maybe we can just take this out. We did have an exhaustion here. All right. So maybe we'll see price come down, fill in some gaps, maybe come down to this 4-hour demand, which has already been mitigated, but could come into this 4-hour demand and pushed up. Or even better, we could finally see price come back to this unmitigated 4-hour demand. I like that, which is sitting right here on top of this institutional accumulation zone. Okay, this 4-hour demand has been taken out. Let's see, we've got a gap here, small one, but any reason, right? It was actually filled. Told you guys, even though it was small, look, the market came back, filled it, played off of that equilibrium for the institutional distribution, accumulation. Yeah. But anyway, so that's already been played. All right, we've got, I love these setups when you got a gap sitting on top of a demand or sitting below a supply. That zone is going to work. All right. We've got gap here. All right. So I'm thinking, guys, we're showing exhaustion. All right. It just depends on if this is exactly what the market does, but we're showing exhaustion. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get the filling of this gap, the filling of this gap. The equilibrium has already been mitigated. Maybe we'll get price to come and play off of this 4-hour demand. Maybe we can take this up. Okay, we are on an uptrend. Okay, currently on an uptrend, but maybe we can take this up and ride it to these 4-hour demands as well as these institutional distribution zones. So just based off of the current price action that I see, I think that this is going to go up more, but of course we need for the institutions to do what they're going to do, fill in these gaps, take out liquidity, all right, and then push up. Okay. Yeah, it just depends, but of course, guys, gotta wait for confirmation. All right. USD Mexican peso. I think I like the videos when I do the short-term institutional biases better. I feel like that may work better for you guys. I'll start back doing that in the next video, or I may just do a separate video just sharing my short-term institutional bias. All right, so do I have any more? Yeah, there's more chart. Okay. All right, so what do we have? We had institutional accumulation taken out, violated. 4-hour demand taken out, violated. 4-hour supply taken out, violated. The respecting of this, okay. The creation of this 4-hour supply, okay, which has not been mitigated yet. All right, we love to see those. This one hasn't been mitigated yet. We're on a downtrend, okay. This unmitigated zone, at one point it was unmitigated, was mitigated and respected. All right, so What we're looking for, guys, we're looking for sales. Look at this transitional zone has not been mitigated yet. See the market trying to push up into it. Okay, I think, me personally, we may get a push up into these 4-hour supplies, or maybe even the unmitigated institutional distribution, maybe into the equilibrium. Okay, I would just be looking for some transitional demand zones to take this higher. And I think it's gonna go higher, guys, because that was just respected. Like, come on, look, to the T. This was just respected. It's been pushing up, so I think we're gonna get some further pushes up. Let's see, we've got four-hour demand that has not been mitigated. Okay, so we just got to see how the market plays these zones that we have here. Transitional 4-hour supply, unmitigated 4-hour supply. Okay, what is price going to do? It's going to come down here, respect this, push up for us, or maybe we'll get push up, maybe a flip zone trade to push up even higher. All right, so just wait to see how price reacts to those zones. Okay, NZD USD. Let's see. 4-hour demand violated. 4-hour demand violated. 4-hour unmitigated 4-hour supply respected. All right. We've got some supply right here that was violated. This one was respected, leaving behind 4-hour supply. Okay, which is unmitigated. This 4-hour supply has been mitigated. These have been mitigated. Not mitigated. Now, we have 4-hour supply sitting inside of an unmitigated 4-hour supply sitting inside of an institutional accumulation zone. Okay, more accumulation zones down here as well as 4-hour demand. So I'm looking for price to come back. All right, this has been mitigated, but again, just because of something has been mitigated doesn't mean that it's not a factor for price to play off of. I'm not saying that. I just like to chart the unmitigated zones and the zones that have been mitigated. That is just a mental imprint, if you will, that I keep in my mind. Okay, but maybe like we just get that and we can push down through into this institutional accumulation. I'm just curious, how about if we get that exact trade? 158 pips. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not a bad trade. All right. So yeah, we just kind of been on a downtrend. So I would be looking for price to come back and look for a confirmation to take some sales. And again, we could get a pullback now because we are sitting in institutional accumulation. And guys, we've got 4-hour supply up here, as well as a gap, for them to target. So, I mean, we can get that. All right. Don't let that fool you if this is taken out. All right. If this is taken out, look for, you guys know it, a flip zone trade, turncoat trade, and take it up, right? So that's NZD USD. All right, Bitcoin. I was just talking to somebody. Was it about Bitcoin? No, it was about Ethereum. So scratch that. But I was telling him, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think the price point was like somewhere between like the 17,000s and 19,000s, and I think that is going to come down into, because there is some institutional activity around that. So, but anyway, Bitcoin. We've had, excuse me, 4-hour demand taken out, the creation of unmitigated 4-hour supply. So currently on a downtrend. Okay, and I will say that it's going to be on a downtrend until unmitigated. That's been mitigated. Unmitigated 4-hour supply. That's been mitigated. We could take. Yeah, let's take that. Okay. Until some 4-hour supply has been taken out. Okay, I know we got one mitigation. Oh, we had mitigation 1, 2, 3, 4 mitigations here. So far, the respecting of this demand. So currently on the downtrend, however, we did have the respecting. Well, it really didn't tap into it, so I'm still gonna say it's a respecting of this 4-hour demand. So more than like, well, we've got exhaustion right there. Yeah, we just gonna have to play Bitcoin by ear, you guys. So just kind of wait for it to come into any of these zones and see how it plays. See how price reacts. Maybe even, might do one of these things. All right, so we just kind of gotta wait to see. For me, it's not enough data on the chart to tell exactly, other than like I said, we've had the creation of 4-hour unmitigated supply, the respecting of this 4-hour zone. It didn't even tap into it, so that's huge respect so far. So yeah, I just kind of gotta. It's just, for me, it's just two sides. Like, both sides are pretty compelling as far as taking shorts and longs. So both sides are pretty compelling for me. So that's why I'll say, let me wait. I mean, currently, we did have this 4-hour. I didn't see that. We had this 4-hour supply taken out. And that's one 4-hour supply. Then we had it was mitigated but manipulated. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my guns on that. I don't have enough data. I just gotta wait for it to come into any of these zones, and just kind of be prepared to take some scalp trades until I can see a good momentum on either the long or the sell side. All right, gold. Thank you guys for sticking around if you're still here. All right, what do I see? Gold, 4-hour supply taken out, the creation of 4-hour demand. We are sitting in it wasn't mitigated. We are sitting inside of institutional distribution. We had the respecting of this institutional accumulation with the creation of unmitigated. I know it's been mitigated, but with the creation of unmitigated demand. Okay. Let's go here. That has not been mitigated. This is, what did I select? This has not been mitigated. Okay. We're sitting inside of this institutional distribution. 4 hour supply taken out. 4 hour supply taken out. And I think we're still going to be on the uptrend with gold. So what do we want to see? You guys know by now. Go ahead and tell me. I know you do. Pull back. Take higher. Or pull back. Take higher. Or we may get another mitigation. All right. Gold is one of those instruments that we want to see go higher, but maybe we get another mitigation, maybe other equilibrium, other institutional accumulation. All right. So yeah, guys, I'll be looking to take this higher. I'm going to be looking to take gold higher. I say that, but I only trade the SPX 500, but don't tell anybody. But anyway, I would be looking to possibly take this higher. So just be on the lookout, but also be careful because again, we are sitting like trying to make a good push up into this institutional distribution. So we may or may not get like a deep pullback. Look out for those transitional zones for gold. All right, I'm sure silver is going to be probably something similar to usually is. All right, so so this 4 hour supply has been taken out. 1, 2, 3 mitigations of 3. Let's say 4 came out there. 5. Actually, guys, I think silver is heading down. 4 hour supply that was created, transitional, but nonetheless, it was created and then mitigated. All right, so we could be seeing push down. 4 hour demand taken out, coming out of this institutional distribution. Yeah, I would be looking to take this short. Let's see, do we have any unmitigated 4 hour demand? Oh, there we go, right here. That hasn't been mitigated yet. That has. So yeah, we could see price. Oh, this one hasn't been mitigated either. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we could see price come back. Okay, that's probably what I would expect for it to do, to possibly come here, trade down. So maybe we get a separate price action than gold this week. But maybe not. It'll be the same. Looking for it to come down and eventually push up. Looking for silver to come down and eventually push up. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Maybe initially looking for sales on gold and silver if you want to take some transitional trades before trying to get on the side of the institutions. All right, U.S. oil. Excuse me. We've had really no 4 hour being taken out except for this 4 hour here. This 4-hour demand has been respected and mitigated. This 4-hour demand, sorry guys, this 4-hour demand has been violated. So we're currently on a downtrend. Okay, that 4-hour demand was taken out. So yeah, I'll be looking to take this short. We did have this transitional 4-hour here supply. All right, if you want to take the whole of the indecision, then yeah, it's pretty much been mitigated, but I'm just going to leave that there. So I'll be looking for price to either come in here and go down, or maybe even come up to here, or even up here and take that down. So currently on a downtrend, I'll be looking for shorts on US oil. All right, the SPX 500, my favorite. All right, we are currently on a downtrend. We had the creation of this supply that was mitigated and respected. And then price kind of pushed up, created this supply that was manipulated barely. It was respected. Okay, gap transitionally filled, pushed down. So we are on a downtrend. I told you guys in the earlier video, I'm looking for it to at least come down into this institutional accumulation here. You guys see I have my fib with some premium discounted levels that I like to have marked off. I have gaps to be filled, 4-hour demand to be mitigated. So I am going to continue to be looking for my shorts. All right, I'm going to be looking for some type of transitional deal. If not, I want to see price pull back maybe to this 4-hour, or maybe even get this gap fill right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if the short-term institutional bias for the S&P 500 is long, but the overall plan is going to be to take this bad boy short, at least into this accumulation zone here. I promise you, I know that institutions, they have orders just sitting there. They have sell orders that they need to break even on. They have buy orders to be filled. They have retail liquidity to grab. So I'm looking for it to pull down overall before pushing up, unless like they just really lose interest and find that they're going to make more money pushing the market up than, again, manipulating and taking out the lower price targets. So all right, guys, I have got to get out of here. All right, my phone's been going off and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this has been educational. I hope it's been insightful. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Let's have a conversation. And yeah, guys, as always, please remember, if you stay in God's, you will stay in control. Until next time, happy pip fishing. And always, always, always wait for confirmation. Bye-bye.